What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm going to try to as quickly as I can, show you how to file for your own motor carrier authority. Now, this is going to be a step-by-step basis. You can watch it back, and I'll show you how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize my beautiful face like this, and then I'm going to update this. Hold on with me. And I'm going to try to get all this all set up. There. All right. And then got to move this one up here too so it always shows. All right. So first things first. The site you have to go to is the Fmcsa site. So if you go to Fmcsa, oh my gosh, can I type today, boys? Fmcsa dot, well, just Google it, Fmcsa. And then it's going to show your Motor Carrier Safety Administration main site. And then if you go over to registration, get authority to operate. Now I'm going to show you how to do it real quick with demo information. So we're going to do ready to apply for authority. You're going to click here and understand, take me to registration. So this is going to come to a screen. It's going to say, welcome to the unified registration system. Are you a new applicant, returning applicant? You're going to say, let me move this over so you can see the whole thing there. So I'm going to say new applicant. And I'm going to say, yes, I'm not a robot. And then over on the corner, it's going to have the yellow button. Now, this is going to ask a whole pile of questions, and typically you can read them if you want. It's going to, I think there's a delay, so it makes you actually read some of them. Financial stability, blah, 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 blah. All right, so it's going to have your applicant ID, which it comes up with. The password, it's going to ask you to create a very long password. So I think it has to be 15 digits or 12 digits and contain one lowercase number, one uppercase letter, one special character. So I'm going to do freight training 1 and the @ symbol. And I didn't capitalize F. F-R-E-I-G-H-C training 1. And it's not working still. Hold on. Yeah, well. Right. And then security questions. It's going to ask you all of them. So you have to choose the questions. And I'm going to say mother's name, Harry, Hallie, whatever. Because these are just demo ones. I'm just showing you how to do it. High school mascot was a goat. Not really, but it's funny. And then third question is going to be least favorite vegetable, all of them. And then next, application contact. So it's going to ask for the main information of the person who's filing. So if you're filing for somebody else, you would say representative. If it's your company, you're going to say company contact. So application contact, first name, Steve, and then, R, Oatley. Choose my address. I got the auto fill out, so it just chooses it all pretty quick. Area code 772. Whoops. 77. Whoop. Where is it? Area code. So you got to choose one first. This is a thing. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So you got to do 772. This isn't working. 772 247 0204, and then fax number. I don't know if it's going to make me do those, but let's skip it. And let's just say it's my work email address, Oatley, and preferred contact method. We're going to say it is email, and then it is making us do United States. We're going to say 571-222-2222. That's not a fax number, so I don't know what you guys are going to do there. Now, the good part about this is it shows an error if there is an error anyway. And I know title, it's going to make you say it. So title is CEO, and then see, it pops up as next. So capture the business details. Now, if you haven't done your tax ID yet and you're going to use your social, you can do that. If you don't have a Dun & Bradstreet number, which you probably don't because you probably don't know what that is, just click no. If you do, it'll pull all your information from the DMV, which is cool. Saves some time. And then it saves information. So we're going to call it Joe Blow Trucking. Now I'm just doing this real quick so you guys get the feel for it here. And then DBA, there is no DBA, so we're just going to say next. Yes, it's going to be the same place of business. And then, you know, the address, same as principal place of business. Next. Yes, it's going to use that thing. So, and this sucks because there's so much repetitive data entry in this system. But you have to do it. And then you could say next because you don't have to have a fax number anymore because it's 2019. So we'll do EIN, and then we're just going to do 7485221. Well, actually, no. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you click next. And like that. Are you a unit of government? No. No one here is going to be unit of government. Business description. So you're a sole proprietor, partnership, limited liability company, corporation, limited liability partnership, trust, blah, blah, blah. Most of you guys are going to be LLCs. So you would choose your LLC status and what state you're from. And so let's say you're from Kentucky. You click next. Now this is probably going to screw it up because I didn't even think about that. I put a Florida address, but whatever. Owned, controlled by citizen. Company contact. And it sucks because you still got to put all this information in. And again, I've got the repetitive information here, so I'm just going to, it's all saved in my computer, so I'm just going to put it in anyway. And again, remember, United States, 772-2470204. That's my main line if you guys have any questions. It's a direct line to my desk. And then, so I got to go like this. Company address, and it's, again, you got to do it all over again. So you do United States. I'm clicking the wrong screen. And then you do, let's just say it's this address here, and then next. And then let me make this thing go on the right side over there. Okay. So this is your business description, and it's going to run through all this stuff, which you see here, which is everything you just filled out. You would click next. Saves all the information. Now it's going to ask you about your operating authority, what kind of operating authority you need to have. So you can scroll down, you can read them all. If you're going to be a broker, you could click broker. If you're going to be a dispatcher, you should be clicking broker. If you're going to be a household goods mover, you click that. Hazmat, freight forwarder, cargo tank facility, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to choose which one you want, and it's going to ask all the questions. So are you going to operate as an intermodal equipment provider? Are you going to do drayage for the container lines? Most of you guys say no. Will you transport property? The answer to that question is yes, unless you're starting a bus company, and then you're not. And then it's going to say, will the applicant receive compensation for the business of transporting property belonging to others? The answer to that question is yes, boys and girls. What type of product, property, applicant transport? So if you're going to do cars, you're going to have to do hazmat as well. And that's something new that they changed. For this sake, I'm not going to say that we do cars. So I'm just going to say other non-hazardous freight. And then, will the applicant transport across state lines? Yes, you will. Will you transport your own property? For this sake, I'm going to say no. Will you transport passengers? No, that means passengers for money, not like your wife and your truck or your kids. No. Will you operate as a household goods broker, meaning will you be a mover? No. Will you provide freight forwarder services? The answer to this question is also no for the majority of you guys. If you know what a freight forwarder is and you think you want to do that kind of service, click yes. You're going to have to file 2 authorities. It's going to cost you twice as much. You're not going to operate a cargo tank facility. You say no. Will you operate driveway, meaning will you drive someone else's trucks? For this sake, I'm going to say no. Next question is going to be tow away. Again, you say no. That means if you're going to tow other people's vehicles or something like that, RVs, like the. So now you can choose anything you want. My suggestion to you guys is if you're going to do general freight, do general freight. All these other requirements all have different requirements for insurance and all the other things. You can always add them later. Just to quickly file for your authority, choose general freight, and that's it. You can amend it later. So like if you're going to do motor vehicles through central dispatch, you can click it now. You're going to have to go back to the hazmat question, answer yes, and then and I'm not going to go through it right now. You can do it very easily. It doesn't cost you anything more because you're not technically doing hazmat. But for this sake, I'm just going to do general freight. And now we're going to click next. And then will you operate as an intermodal? This is all the same questions that we just answered. It's all good and happy dory. Yes. Now we're going to capture some details on the vehicle you plan to operate. Please provide the number of non-commercial motor vehicles the applicant plans to operate. So if you're going to operate, to be honest, I don't even know why it says that. So I always just say 0. And then if you're going to do straight truck, you're going to say 1. And then it makes you do 0 through all these. You can't leave it as blank. So let's just say it's straight trucks. And all right. So, and now it's going to do the same thing again, which is annoying. You're not going to operate in Canada, so you say no. You're not going to operate in Mexico, so you say 0. Next. Solely in interstate commerce, meaning you're not going to cross state borders, because this is where it would decide whether or not the state you said you were needing is going to require you to get a DOT number, because you'll actually do the same exact thing you're doing right now just to get your DOT number. Otherwise, if you're going to do intrastate, which is more than one state crossing state lines, you get the DOT number anyway. But if you're in like a big state like California or Texas and you're not going to have to run internationally or cross-border, into Oklahoma or whatever, you could choose interstate and say yes. But you're going to say 0 for this purpose. And intrastate. Oh, wait, did I just back? Yeah, I backed up. Let me go back here. Interstate, which is the once you're going to cross borders. And then intrastate, you're going to say 0. And then here's your vehicle summary. And now it's going to ask about your drivers. And then you're going to say, okay, what are the number who will operate in interstate? So you say within a 100-mile radius. That means shorter than 100 miles, 0, because you're going to go interstate. And then you say 1. And because you only are going to have one truck. So you could put multiple drivers if you want, but there's no reason to. You could add them later. You have to later. Intrastate, you would say 0. And beyond, 1. And then next. Commercial driver's license. How many have a commercial driver's license? You say 1. Because let's say it's a CDL straight truck. Drivers operate in Canada, you would say 0. In Mexico, 0. If you operate in Canada and Mexico, choose the correct one. This gives you information about the driver. Now it's going to ask you about financial responsibility amounts. So you say yes. Will you be transporting property interstate, and will the transported vehicle? So if you're driving a Sprinter, you would say all the same crap that you're saying here, but you would say no. Because this is saying, are there vehicles greater than 10,000 pounds? You say yes. And then it says, okay, you're going to be operating as a for-hire property carrier. General freight that customs estimated financial responsibility minimum for, so that's the minimum that you have to have for insurance is right here. That's according to the government. That is not according to brokers. You need to have $1 million of coverage, but you could start your policy for $750,000 and save yourself a little bit of money if you needed to. And then you would click next. It's going to ask some other questions if you have any, like if you are affiliated with any other companies that have scores, you would say no. If you say yes, you have to declare it, and then it'll flag it so they check it out. You say no. And then certification statement. So, and this is where you type your name. Now, you do this a whole pile of times. So, and I'm not going to. So, like, this is where I'm going to end it, basically. Because basically what ends up happening after this is you're going to enter this, all your information, like 5 times with that application password, which is right here. You're going to enter all your information 5 times, certifying all the stuff you said is true. And you saw we did like 4 different sections. So this is going to come across as 4 different sections. And then it's going to say, okay, we've determined you have to pay $300 for this authority. You pay the $300. You click submit, and you filed for your own authority. It's literally that easy. I've been recording this now for 15 minutes, and that's how easy it is. Now, with that said, if you want me to do your filing for you, I will. $150, and I'll do your filing the correct way and how you want it so you don't have to mess with it. Do not go out and pay one of those services that charge you $1,000. For that $150, you pay all the filing fees, but we'll do this. We'll do your UCR. We'll do your, get your IFTA ready. We don't file for the IFTA, but we'll do the forms. In New York, HUT, all that. We do it all. But it's your prerogative. But this is how you file for your authority. Super easy, super quick, super awesome. Now that you filed for your authority, your best bet to succeed in this industry is to, and you guys are all going to like this, I'm sure. Let me, your best bet is to go to this site, which is freighttraining.com, and sign up for one of my dispatching seminars. Because in those seminars, I will teach you how to search boards. I will teach you how to find freight, to do carrier packets. It's the exact same seminar that I teach people that are looking to start their own dispatch companies. For example, if you're starting a company, your wife doesn't work, and you want her to dispatch, and that is the plan, and you want her to learn how to dispatch, she could dispatch you and make additional money by dispatching other trucks. Wow, mind's blown. Hey, go to freighttraining.com, sign up for one of the classes. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my site. If you don't like it, I don't care. Thanks. Have a good day.